Hello again, welcome back to BlackTideTV. In today's video, I've got my Howitzer Golden Weapon review from Infinite Warfare for you. The Howitzer is a secondary launcher that unlocks at level 50. Before we go any further into this video, I'd like to make something abundantly clear. The Howitzer is an awful weapon, and you definitely cannot trust the gameplay here. This gameplay is, of course, my own. It is a really good gameplay for what weapon I'm using. It's actually pretty good gameplay just in general with the score that you're going to see throughout this round. But you cannot trust the gameplay. The Howitzer is an acquired taste. It's a bad weapon in general. I highly recommend you stay away from it. But I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I don't want you to see this gameplay and go, oh, well, he can go off with it. If I use it enough, I can get good with it and I can do amazing. That's not necessarily true. Now, personally, I have gone through every Call of Duty game in history, like every single one that's been made, and I've used the wacky weapons, I've used the ridiculous things, and I've got a knack for it now. I can pick up a weapon, and within a couple days, I can be very acclimated to it. I can use a really strange weapon, and I can get pretty good with that weapon, regardless of how bad it is. And yes, you'll probably see people out there in the Doom clan or whatever that can hit a nuke with this weapon, and that might inspire you. You might look at that and go, oh, well, it must be a really great weapon, but it is not the case. And that needs to be made clear before I go any further, because some of you guys will watch this video clip and they'll go, oh my god, this thing looks like the best launcher in the game. It's not. I got this weapon at level 50, my very first time through, non-prestiged. I noticed this weapon at level 50. I unlocked it because I knew right away, just from reading the description of this weapon, I was like, this thing is going to suck. It's going to be a bitch to get all the camos done. I want to grind it right away. So I unlocked it at level 50. I used it from level 50 to 55, and I prestiged. That prestige, I did not permanently unlock it, but when I hit level 50, I used it until level 55. When I prestiged my second time, I permanently unlocked it, and I used it from my second prestige, rank 1, through at least rank 35 before I completed all the camos on this weapon, before I got to this gameplay that you're seeing today. So it took me quite a long time to get used to this weapon, and 99% of you probably won't be able to pick up this weapon and do as good as you see in the gameplay. That's not saying that you guys are bad at the game. That's saying that this weapon is awful, and you guys will not be used to a weapon or to using a weapon so bad. I highly advise that if you are going to use this weapon, you use it for your camos only, and then put it away for all eternity. Or if you're not that excited about doing the camos, if you're just looking to crush in this game, you're just looking for a competitive game, don't even go anywhere near it. Don't even try it. Honestly, it's terrible. Worst gun in the game, hands down. I've made 2 problematic camo videos on this gun already. 2. That should be a very strong indication that this weapon sucks. I had to make a video on how to get regular kills with this weapon. Regular kills. It also got into pseudo direct impact kills, but that first video that I made on this thing was just how to get kills because it's that difficult. This thing's a hit marker machine. You have to hit the grenades on the ground in a certain way. I'll link that video if you're interested. I also made a video on how to get the long shots so you can unlock the murdered out camo, and that's just a whole other area of difficulty. Well, until I found this awesome spot. I'll link that video as well in the cards in the top right corner. But if I have not opened your eyes at this point, the Howitzer is one of the worst guns in the game, if not the absolute worst. The launchers in this game as a whole are really bad. They're not great in this game. You can't really kill enemy players with them too well. You can't really destroy score streaks with them too well. They have buffed the P-Log, which I recently did a golden weapon review of, which will be linked in the cards in the top right corner. But still, there's no great launcher in this game. They're not even that good at taking out other scores. They're not good at taking out score streaks. It takes like 3 or 4 rockets to take out a warden or something like that. It takes a long time to take out score streaks. It takes even longer to get kills because you have to have the most accurate launcher in the whole world. You have to have the best accuracy. You have to hit them in the right spot. You have to hit them the right way when it comes to the Howitzer. Basically, what I'm saying here is that the launchers are just not good in this game. And then if you take that and then you add like times 10 not goodness, now you have the Howitzer. It is one of the worst launchers in Call of Duty history. That's all I can say. Like, what more can I say to you guys about this weapon? It's not good. There's no attachments for it. You can't get any special unlocks for it. There's nothing to make it better. There's no perks that can make it better. Nothing can help you when you're using this weapon. Nothing. It's the worst just stay away from it, please. If you know what's good for you, just don't use this weapon. It was the most painful experience of my life. I did it first. It was one of the first weapons in the entire game that I completed my camos on, because I knew that if I had saved this weapon till later, I would be crying trying to do this weapon. If I had completed all of the other guns in the game and this was the last gun I had left, I would die trying to do this weapon. So if you are going for your camos, try and do this one first, get it out of the way. If you're not going for camos at all, stay away from it, do not touch it. If you're just looking for a competitive weapon, don't touch this weapon. Check out some of those other videos if you are going for the camos and you need help. Definitely check out my other guides. That is all I can say about the Howitzer. This thing gets 0 out of 5 stars. Straight up, worst gun in the game. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.